Picture this, the 12th century, a fragmented group of nomadic tribes on the harsh steppes of Mongolia, an unlikely setting for an empire, wouldn't you say? Yet within the stark, rugged landscape, a story of power and conquest was brewing. These nomads, fierce and hardened by the unforgiving terrain, were about to witness a seismic shift in their destiny. Their tribal existence, marked by occasional skirmishes and a constant struggle for survival, was on the brink of an unparalleled transformation. Enter Temujin, a man of ambition, vision, and an iron will. Born into a simple clan, Temujin's life was anything but ordinary. His journey from a tribal warrior to the revered Genghis Khan is a tale of strategy, courage, and relentless determination. With an unyielding resolve, he unified these disparate tribes into a formidable force. From the vast, unforgiving steppes, a force was rising, one that would shape the world as we know it. Enter Genghis Khan, the man who turned disarray into an empire. Genghis Khan, a name that echoes through history. But how did this unassuming nomad become an emperor? Well, it wasn't by chance. Born Temujin, Genghis Khan was a strategic genius, a visionary leader, and a master of psychological warfare. He unified the warring Mongol tribes with a mix of charisma and an iron fist, creating a disciplined and highly mobile army that could strike with lightning speed. His military strategies were revolutionary. Instead of relying on brute force, Genghis Khan used clever tactics and psychological warfare to outsmart his enemies. He would often send a small force to provoke the enemy into a premature attack, then unleash his main army from a hidden position, causing panic and chaos in the enemy ranks. Talk about a sneak attack. But Genghis Khan wasn't just a conqueror, he was also an innovator. He implemented a rigorous system of law and order known as the Yasa, which promoted meritocracy and loyalty. No more aristocratic privilege, it was all about your skills on the battlefield. As for administration, Genghis Khan was miles ahead of his time. He established a reliable postal system known as the Yam that stretched across his empire. This allowed for quick communication and efficient administration, laying the groundwork for his massive expansion. And expand he did. From the Pacific Ocean to the gates of Europe, the Mongol Empire grew at a speed unseen in history. Genghis Khan's armies swept across Eurasia, conquering vast territories and toppling great cities. His empire at its peak was the largest contiguous land empire the world has ever seen. Genghis Khan's reign was a time of rapid change and growth. He turned the Mongol tribes from a fragmented group of nomads into a unified force that changed the course of history. His influence was so profound that it can still be felt today. In the span of a few decades, Genghis Khan transformed the Mongolian steppes into a powerhouse that stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. Talk about a career leap. All good things must come to an end, and the Mongol Empire was no exception. The Mongol Empire at its zenith was a force to be reckoned with. Under the rule of Kublai Khan, the empire expanded its territories and influence, reaching as far as Europe and the Middle East. Kublai Khan wasn't just a conqueror, but also an innovator, establishing the Yuan dynasty in China and transforming it into a cosmopolitan empire, bustling with trade, culture, and ideas. He welcomed scholars, artists, and traders from around the world, creating a vibrant and diverse society. However, as with all empires, the peak was followed by a decline. The Mongols, known for their military prowess, were not immune to internal strife and external threats. The empire stretched over vast territories, making it difficult to govern and protect. Administrative issues began to crop up, and the empire's unity started to falter. Succession squabbles were another thorn in the side of the empire. The tradition of primogeniture, where the eldest son inherits the throne, was not always followed. This led to bitter power struggles and factions within the empire. These internal conflicts weakened the empire, making it vulnerable to external threats. Then came the military defeats. The Mongols, once the terror of the known world, faced a series of defeats that further eroded their power. The invasions of Japan, known as the kamikaze or divine wind attacks, were disastrous. The Mongol fleet was decimated by typhoons, not once but twice, dealing a significant blow to the empire's might. Moreover, the empire's aggressive expansion had overextended its resources. Maintaining control over such vast territories proved to be a monumental challenge. The empire was stretched thin, and cracks began to show. Like a flame that burned too brightly, the Mongol Empire faded into the annals of history, but its impact, that's a different story. So the Mongol Empire fell, but its echoes can still be heard today. The Mongol Empire, in its expansive reach and brutal efficiency, left an indelible impact on the world. One of the most profound legacies was the cultural exchange along the Silk Road. This ancient trade route became a bustling highway under Mongol rule, connecting east and west like never before. Ideas, goods, and cultural practices flowed across continents, shaping societies in ways that are still evident today. Next, let's talk about language. The Mongolian script, once scribed on the pages of history by the empire's scholars, is now used by millions. The Mongol script, a testament to the empire's intellectual pursuits, is not just a collection of symbols, but a bridge connecting the past and present. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of the Mongol Empire is the influence on modern Mongolian identity. Even after centuries, the Mongols take immense pride in their historical roots. The tales of Genghis Khan and his mighty empire are not just stories, but cherished fragments of their identity, shaping their national ethos. It's fascinating, isn't it? The ripples of a civilization that once rode across the steppes, conquering and connecting, are still felt in the currents of contemporary life. From nomadic tribes to the rulers of the largest contiguous land empire in history, the Mongols certainly left their mark. And that, folks, is what you call a stepping stone. Now, let's fast forward to present-day Mongolia, a far cry from its imperial past, but still bearing its legacy. Today, Mongolia is a vibrant blend of nomadic culture and urban sophistication. Its economy, powered by mining and agriculture, reflects the resilience of its people. The echoes of the empire are seen in their rich traditions, language, and a spirit that refuses to be tamed. Today's Mongolia may not command the vast territories of its past, but it stands as a testament to a history that continues to shape its future. And that's our journey from the steppes to the stars.